Hello everyone, I'm Paul and today we're solving problem 1925, count square sum triplets. This is easy and here I will show you my thought process and efficient solution. We are given an integer n and we need to return the number of square triples such that every element in the triple is in between 1 and n included. And here we have the definition of a square triple. It's where we have three numbers and a square plus b square is equal to c square. So if n is 5, the available numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the only valid square triple is if we take these three elements. And actually we have two valid square triples here. Because if we do 3 square plus 4 square, this is equal to 5 square. This is 9 and this is 16, and 9 plus 16 is 25 and 5 times 5 is 25. So here this equation holds, meaning this is a valid square triple, so we can add 1 to the result. Now, if a square plus b square is equal to c square, this means that b square plus a square has to be equal to c square. So if we found one valid square triple, well, we need to add 2 to the result instead of 1, because 4 square plus 3 square is also equal to 5 square. We can just swap the order of a and b, and that's how we get 2 valid square triples. So we should add 2 to the result instead. And given that these are the only 2 valid square triples, we return 2 in this case. So one possible solution is we can iterate every triple here with 3 pointers I, j, and k. And let's say that this is a, this is b, and this is c. So we are checking every time if a square plus b square is equal to c square. In this case, this is 1 plus 4, which is 5, and 5 is different from 9. So this is not a valid square triple. And we are iterating every triple from left to right. So next case here, I and j are still here, and this is not a valid triple, so we continue. Next case here, this is not valid, so we continue. Now we move the j pointer and k starts always at j plus 1. This is not a valid triple, so we continue. Now this is not a valid triple, so we continue. This is also not valid, so we continue. Now we move the I pointer. Remember that j starts always at I plus 1 and k starts always at j plus 1. So when we move the I pointer, these are the initial positions of j and k pointers. This is not a valid triple, so we continue. This is also not valid, so we continue. And this is not valid neither. So now we update the I pointer, and 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. And this is true. 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. This means that 4 square plus 3 square is also equal to 5 square. So here we have 2 valid triples, so we add 2 to the result. And now we have already tried every triple here, and we can return the result 2. Now we are iterating this with 3 pointers, and this requires big O of n cube time complexity. And this still works because of the constraints. We know that n can be up to 250, and 250 to the power of 3 is not that big. Well, it's actually a big number, but we can handle this number, so this technically doesn't throw an error. Now, we have a way to make this more efficient. We can remove this k pointer, and from each of these positions, from each combination of I and j pointers, we can check if we have the perfect k pointer available to find a square triple. Let's see what I mean. So now we are iterating this with 2 pointers only, meaning we are trying every possible pair. And from each of these pairs, we are trying to find the perfect C. We know that a square plus b square has to be equal to c square. So if we are trying to find the perfect C, we can solve for C and get that C is equal to the square root of a square plus b square. So if this is a and this is b, we can do 1 square plus 2 square. And if we take the square root of this is 2 times 2, 4 plus 1, 5, and the square root of 5 is 2 point something, and we round down this, so the final result here will be 2. Now we are checking if 2 is smaller or equal to n. This means that this k should be available. And we also need to check if 1 square plus 2 square is equal to this square, meaning 2 square. And this is not true. So we don't meet this condition, meaning we can't find this perfect C from this pair. So now we need to continue. Now the shape pointer is here. So the perfect C is the square root of 1 square plus 3 square. And this is 1 plus 9 is 10, and the square root of 10 is 3 point something, and we round down the value, so the result is 3. And now we know that this is in our valid range, this is in this range, and now we are checking if 1 square plus 3 square is equal to this square, 3 square. And this is not true. So we can't find the perfect C with these two numbers. We need to continue. Now the shape pointer is here, and with these two numbers we can't find any valid square triple neither, so we continue. The same goes for this pair, so we continue. Same here, same here, same here. And now we are here. The perfect C is the square root of 3 square plus 4 square. And this is the square root of 9 plus 16, meaning C is 5. So now we are checking if this is in bounds, meaning if this value is within this range, and 5 is smaller or equal to n, so this is valid. And now we are checking if 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square, and this is true. So now we have one valid triple, and if this is a valid triple, this means that we can swap these two elements as we saw before and add another valid triple. So at this point we add 2 to the result. Now with these two numbers we don't have any valid square triple, so we continue. And the same goes for these two numbers. Now we have already tried every pair, so we return the result 2. And now we are reducing the time complexity to big O of n squared, so this is overall more efficient. Here we are using 2 pointers instead of 3. So let's go with the code now. The result is initially 0, and now we want to use 3 pointers first. I will show you first the inefficient solution for I in range from 1 to n plus 1, because this is included and this side is non-inclusive. And for Shay in range, sorry, this is in range from I plus 1 to n plus 1, and for K in range from Shay plus 1 to n plus 1. Every time we are checking if I square plus Shay square is equal to K square, here we can just add 2 to the result. And finally, we can return result. So let's submit this. As you can see, this works, but it's not very efficient. So let's fix the code. What we can do instead is we can remove this last for loop and we can look for the perfect k every time. Remember the approach. Here we are using the square root of I squared plus j squared, and we need to round down this number, so here we use the word int. And we are checking if this k is in bounds, meaning if k is smaller or equal to n, and if we meet the main condition, if I squared plus j squared is equal to k squared. If this is true, we can add 2 to the result. One for a squared plus b squared and the other one for b squared plus a squared. Finally, we return a result. So this should be more efficient. Let's submit this. As you can see, this also works and it's more efficient than the previous code. Here, time complexity is big O of n squared because we have 2 for loops, and space complexity is big O of 1. This is it for this problem. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.